Alright, welcome to this tutorial. My name is Femi Adebayo, and in this tutorial we are going to be looking at how you can design a VTU website. In the previous class I showed you how this website functions, and it's a virtual top-up website where you can buy airtime, sell data, and recharge cable TV and all that. Um, so in today's class, we are going to be diving straight into what the design entails and how we come up with each and every of these pages and how we make it to function. So without further ado, let's jump right straight into it. So in order to design this kind of website, the requirements that you need, the first of it is the hosting and domain, or the subdomain. Okay, so if you need one, just reach out to me on WhatsApp, or check the description around this video and chat with me, and I'll provide you with the resources that you need for this training. So this is a domain. A domain is the link of your website. It's your website address that directs people to your website. For example, the one we'll be using for this training is vtu.tutorsworld.com.ng, which is actually a subdomain. So for this, that's where we are going to be doing all this training. So probably by the time I'm giving you the subdomain or your domain for training, you are going to be seeing something like this depending on the year you're watching this video. So next thing you need to understand, there are some basic things that you need to understand. For example, this part is called the front end of the website, which is where everybody sees, which is where all looks good and all that. So these are the front end of the website, but in order to design this, we need to go to the back end of the website. So all you just need to do is copy this link and open a new tab, and you paste and you put /wp-admin at the back of your link. So that will take you to a place where you need to log into your website, and also I would have provided you with the login details to the back end of your website. So you just need to click on login, and here you have what we call the back end of your website. So here you have the front end, and here you have the back end. So at the back end is where you do all the rough work, where everything we do all the work, and you get that. So while at the front end is where people see the results of what you have done. So going to the back end, you need to go through some basic settings. So first thing, you need to come to settings here and you click on general. So here you need to enter your business name and put a tag line. Let's just say best data selling website. So more like your slogan. So this is asking you us to choose a site icon. A site icon is an image that you always see around this place. You can see here now there is a globe there, but immediately you enter a site icon, then it will replace that. So let me just log in, and let me use my logo. I'm going to click on this, and I want to set my logo as the site icon. I want to use this part of my logo as a site icon. So if I crop this image now, and if I have that, then you need to enter your admin email, and your time zone, definitely you should have UTC plus 0 here. So you can enter Lagos or enter UTC plus 1, that's Nigeria time zone, depending on the part of country you are. So basically, the reason why these are all set before is because I've actually recorded a class before, and then what's it called? I forgot to turn on the mic and all that, so it was blank, empty, like so. And I've designed all the website. That's why you can see that some of these things are set here already. But coming from the raw, you should have something like UTC plus 0 here. So you have that and set it to UTC plus 1, or you set it to Lagos. So, and our week starts on Sunday. So you click on save changes, and after that one is done, then you want to come to permalinks. That's another thing you want to do, and you want to ensure that you click on post name, then you click on save changes as your permalinks. That will help your SEO. So the next thing we want to do, because looking at this now, you can see this is not looking anywhere close to what we have here. So the next thing I want to do is to install a theme. So in order to install a theme, you need to come here, come to appearance and click on themes, and if you scroll up, you should see about some 3 themes here before, so but I've deleted them. So just click on add new theme, and in adding new theme you want to look for cadence. So this is cadence. If you can't see it directly, just come to this search thing, type cadence. So, and you don't need to press enter, just type it there and it will bring it. So click on install, and so a theme is like the one that determines the color, I mean the outlook of your website. So for example, if you refresh this page now, you can see that we have something different entirely. So now that we have that, I also want to come back to these themes, because I don't want to have too much load on the website. So I will want to delete the themes I'm not using. So what you just do is to click on these theme details for the ones you are not using, and you click on delete and you press OK. So you should have that. Now after that is set, the next thing we want to do is that we want to install some plugins. And if you ask me what are plugins, they are like the applications on your phone that help the functionalities of your phone. So plugins are like the applications that help the functionalities of your website as well. So for example, it's a plugin that is responsible for this WhatsApp that is here. It's another plugin that is responsible for these designs that are here and all that. So those are what plugin does. They help your website to be more functional, and they help with that. So you want to come to the back end of your website, and for this training, the major plugin you need that will enhance the training is what we call the VTU Press. It's not a free plugin, it's a paid plugin. But if you have reached out to me, definitely I'm also providing that as part of the training. Immediately you are registered for this training, definitely that's part of what you get. So I will already have it installed in the subdomain or the domain I'm giving you. So you definitely should have it installed like this. Now, so apart from this VTU Press, what are the other plugins that we need? So in order to do that, just click on to plugins, you go to add new plugins, or you just come to this top here and you click on add new plugins. So the first plugin I want to install is called the Elementor. So the Elementor, I'm going to just search for Elementor. The Elementor is a page designer. So for example, all this page you are seeing, this whole page, I designed it using the Elementor. So that's what the work of the Elementor does. It is used to design a page. So, and like I mentioned in the previous video, we have about 4 pages, 5 pages. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, apart from the dashboard. So we have 4 pages. So all the 4 pages will be designing it with Elementor. So what you want to do is you want to click on install now. So after that, you also want to, I want to install all the plugins I will need. We have this I want to install this essential add-ons for Elementor. So what it does is part of like kits for Elementor. It was through that through that essential add-ons, that was how I was able to generate this pricing table. So it's the one I used for generating this pricing table. So then other things that I want to do is this Royal Elementor. So you want to install that as well. So if you wonder what I use that for, that's what I used to do. This data, all this one that is switching, so it was done by the help of the Royal Elementor. So then I want to install Element Kits. Let me see if I have it. Element Kit. That's one of the most useful Elementor kit tools I use. Actually, every section, this segment, this whole segment, I did it with Element Kit. This whole segment, Element Kit. This segment, Element Kit. So these ones were aided with the help of Element Kit to this point. So I'm just showing you the importance of those things and why you need them, so that you know why you are installing them. So another thing I want to install is the hide admin bar. So when we want to hide admin bar, now so this is what's it called? Now this is what we call the admin bar, this thin black line at the top here. So basically anybody that comes to your website, once they log in to, because you are going to be having customers and they will want to log into their dashboard. So once they log in the front end is always going to be showing this black, and sometimes it might not look sweet because we don't want them to be having access to this bar, because it doesn't really might disfigure the website. So that's why we want to hide it. So I also want to install another plugin called Instant Image. So Instant Image, as a web designer, you need pictures for your website, and these pictures, it is good that you have pictures that are copyright free, that you will not be sued for, because I tell you, there are so many people that have designed websites or graphics that have gone to jail because of that, because they used pictures that they were not supposed to use. So there are some websites online that provide pictures for the things you need them for, and it can be accessed by anyone and you will not be sued by anyone. So that's why we have this joint. So all these images you are seeing, the ones you are seeing in this background, I think that was the major image I used. That was the only image I used, and maybe in other pages then I got the pictures from Instant Images. So another one I want to install is the join chart. So join chart. So that's which is this. So that's the one that I guess you should know. That's what is responsible for this WhatsApp um, button here, where people can click on it and they will be able to chat with you directly on your WhatsApp. So having installed all these plugins, I want to what's it called? I want to activate them, because installing them does not mean they are working already. So I want to come to installed plugins, and the next thing I want to do is to add them activated. So I'm going to select all the plugins, because I want to do, instead of, you could be doing it one by one, clicking on activating, but I want to do it at once. So I want to click on activate, so that it will activate all the plugins together at once. So now that the plugins have been activated, you notice that some few other things have improved, like this bar has increased in length. So the more the plugins you activate, the longer these bars will be. So let's see, if you refresh this page now, now that our hide admin is active, this black should be off. Now you can see it is off. And so let me just go back to the plugins. I still want to do one more thing. So coming back here, I want to select all the plugin, and I want to enable it for auto updates. So this is very important, because websites, majorly websites from WordPress, sometimes are prone to hacking if the plugins are not updated. So, and you may not be chance to be checking each plugin every day. For example, the one might release updates today, another one release update tomorrow, another one. So you may not be checking that. So it is best that you just set everything for auto updates. That means that immediately a new version comes out, an upgraded version comes out, then the plugin will automatically update itself without you even needing to do anything so about it. So that's what the auto update is about. So with that being done, I think the next thing I would want to do is now we are getting closer to looking at how our website will be like. So I would love to create pages, because looking at this has about some 5 pages. So now that we have about 5 pages, then next thing is I want to create the 5 pages as well. So in order to do that, you just need to come to pages here. Let's look at all the pages that we have before. So you should have some pages here. We have privacy sample page. These two, I want to delete them. The VTU dashboard, don't delete it, because that's your VTU dashboard. That page, that's the first page that is already set for you. So the other pages I want to create the home page. So I'm going to click on add new page. Then once it's open, you just click on add title and type home. So, and the next thing I want to do is come to publish, and you click on publish. So we have the home page there now. So I want to create a new page, since I still have other pages to create. And let's see what's the next one. We have about. So I'm going to create about, and we click on publish, then we add new page. So I think that should be contact, then click on publish. So, and let's add one more page, which is services. services. So we click on publish and publish. So that's how to add a new page. Then I'm going to click on this my site icon to ensure that I get back to the WordPress backend. So after doing that, I want to tell the website which page it should display my home as my home page. So I'm going to come to settings and I want to come to should be reading or writing is reading. So I want your home page to display a static page and I want the home page to be home. So that home page I want it to be home and I want to click on save changes. Now that we have that, I think that is set now. So if I refresh this page now, I should have this set here, which is the home page. So the next thing I want to do is that I want to design my menu so that so in order to design your menu, you need to come to appearance, then let's look for menu. So we need to create a menu. So in order to create a menu, so I'm going to give it a name, let's just say main menu. Then I want it to be primary, mobile and footer. So I click on create menu. Now that I have that, so I want to write in the content of the menu now. So I'm clicking on view all. So you should have most recent as the, so I click on view all. I want the home page to come first. Which ones comes next? About. So let's just select services and VTU dashboard. So I'm clicking on add to menu. So the way these are arranged, they are the way it will display like this. So for example, let's say, okay, in this one, in this list, I added this as a button. So I'm not going to add, I'm going to remove this. So now having that removed, I'm going to have this here as a home, about, contact, service. So let's say, for example, if you have contact, if you want to move anyone, maybe you want your home, you want your services to be next. So now if you look at this is no longer on a straight line, so it's going to be a sub menu, but you want to click on it and drag it leftwards. So now I just want to add it as home, about, our services and our contact. So if I click on save menu and if I go to our website front end and I refresh this page now, you can see we have our home, about, services and contact. So we have that set already. So having set that, so another one thing that I want to do, I'm going to come to this dashboard. I don't want all this this space to be clumsy like this with all these informations that are just plenty. So I will click on screen options, as you can see screen options. Then I want to check all these boxes that are here so that it will what's it called now. This, thank you for installing. I'm just going to close this. So and I want to close this as well. So our feed is always clean. Now the next thing we want to do is that I want to work on the header of the website so that it can look like something like this. So looking at this, it's at least a bit more professional than what we have here. So I'm going to go to my WordPress backend, and next thing I want to do is come to appearance, and I want to open customize in a new tab. You could click on it directly, but I don't want to be going back, going forward and all that, so I'm just going to open it in a new tab so that if I need to do anything at the back end, I can easily come back. So this customizing is where you adjust the theme settings, anything related to the themes. So I'm going to start with colors. That's the first thing that I want to start with. So I initially wanted something bluish. So since my logo is bluish kind of, so let me see the color palette I generated from ChatGPT. So I'm going to copy this. I want to see. Let me see if I would like this and paste. Okay. So I have that. Then the primary. Let me see. Let me have dark blue. Let me see. Oh, let me see this. Okay. So if I have dark blue and I have this light blue, I have black, and I have this. So with this set, I think those two are enough for me. So I'm just going to click on publish to have that. So next thing I want to do, I just want to come to header, which is where we are going to. So the first thing I want to do is that I want to work on my logo. Now if you look at this, we have laptop here, we have tablet, we have your phone. So if you want to design the header of the laptop, you ensure that this is clicked. If you want to design header of phone, you ensure that this is clicked. You can see it changes the format to phone, and the same format goes for tablet as well. So I want to design for the laptop first. So I'm going to first upload my logo, which is what I have done earlier on. So this is my logo, and if you don't have a logo, I want to skip cropping because I don't want it to crop. So if you don't have a logo, you can use your website name just as you see it here. So but I'm going to set this only to logo only because I don't want it to be showing on the website name again. So setting this to logo only. I think if I publish, if I come here and I refresh my page, then I should have this, which is looking better to me. Then next thing, we have the primary navigation, which is the menu that we worked on, which is what we have here. Now the next thing I want to do, I want to add this button that I have here. So I'm just going to come here, click on plus, and I'll look at, you can see button here. So having the button there, I want to edit the button. So in order to edit the button, you need to click on this gear like setting button there. So and I want to change it to sign up, or what do I have there? Login/register. So I'm going to do login /register. So having add that, then the next thing I want to do is to put in the URL link. So the URL link for this will be the VTU dashboard URL. So let me go to all pages and let's view the VTU dashboard page. So if you go to the VP account now, you can see how it's looking because we've not started working on it. So all I just need to do is come here, copy this link, and let's go to customize, and I want to paste that link here, and I will click on publish. So though I'm not done with customizing this, so what I want to do next is I want to close this, since I only needed the link. So now that we have the button, so I want to edit the button. I'm clicking on the button, then I want the design, click on design. So the colors, so I want it to be this color first. Oh no, that's not what I want. I want the color to be white. So the background that I want to be this color. Then when I hover on it, the background, I want it to be this color. So if I hover on it, the background is this. If I remove the color, then the background is that. So I think that one is fair for me. Then the border, I want to put a border. So I'm going to put a border of this. I'm going to click on this, and I want the border radius to be round. So that's how we have this right here. So now we have this now. So I just want to click on I want to go back, and I want to work on the font. Let's go back to font and typography. So the heading font, I want to use a font called Patrick and SC. So it's a new font I just discovered, and I've worked with it. I think I actually like the font. So for this one, H1, I still want to maintain the Patrick. So, and the title, that's the major place I want to come to. I want to maintain the Patrick as well. So for title, I want to maintain the Patrick as well, because uniformity matters a lot in doing in your website when it comes to color and font. So I want my text fonts to be Poppins. Waiting for this to pop up. So I want my text fonts to be Poppins. So I know that whatever I'm doing, I'm working with two fonts, about 4 colors, which is the deep blue, the light blue, white, and black. So what's it called? So I know those now. So for this for this I want to change the fonts. So I would like the font to be that Patrick. So it's dependent on you. It's not compulsory that you do it. That's just myself, and I also want this one. So what I'm doing is I'm clicking on this barrel option around this phone. If you want to edit this, just click on the barrel. If you want to edit this only, click on the barrel. So clicking on the barrel, I want to come to design and come to fonts, and I want to add the font as Patrick Tips. we have the Patrick and SC. So now we can see that we have the fonts there. That's and I want to click on publish. So now if we go to our website and we refresh this, now we can see we have something. To me it's looking nice. So if you come, you click on login/register, it take you to your dashboard where you log in your website. So now that we are done with the header, I also want to do one more thing, which is to ensure that the header is static. For example, if you go through this page, you see that the header still stays irrespective of whether you are scrolling up or down. So I want the header to also do that, because this does not have a content yet. Now I mean this page does not have a content yet. So what I will just do is that I will come to header. It's an optional, what's it called? It's optional. So I want to come to sticky header, and I want to enable sticky header. Yes, only main row, and I also want to enable it on mobile as well, only main row, and I want to click on save changes. So you can see as I scroll, it was not moving, but assuming it is off, if you click on row and you publish, now as you move, the header is off. So but I want to keep it only main row. So that's why you see that it's sticky right there. Now I think I'm done with the header for the laptop. Let me quickly work on the mobile header. Now this is important because majority of your users will be using mobile phone. So that means you need to be more concerned about how your website looks on the phone. So as you are working on it right here, you need to be checking it on your phone. So now if you come here, you start with the logo. The logo looks kind of big. That's why I'm supposed to be seeing at least part of what I am doing, but I'm just going to leave this logo to 140. So what you want to do is that you are checking on your phone. You need to open the link on your phone to check if it's working directly. I'm trying to open it on my phone as well. So you could be checking by your website right here, but you need to check as it looks like on your phone. So now checking on my phone, discover that it's looking okay. It's kind of a bit small. It's okay, but it's small. But I just want to increase this to let's just say 160. So let me see how it looks like with 160. So depending on how your logo looks like, doesn't mean that you have to set it to 160 in your then. You need to set your logo only. Please ensure that you set it to logo only. So now having done that, I click on publish. Then the next thing I want to do is that I want to click on this trigger. Trigger is the three dots that you see on your website. So I'm going to refresh this page because I believe it ought to show me a bit better than what is showing me now. Yes, this is what I ought to have. So this is how the trigger looks like. So let's edit. Now we want to edit the trigger. So looking at this, now if you click on, I think the trigger is okay, but I just want to give it some box. I mean, let's just have some design. So I'm going to make it bordered. So having it bordered, then we have the trigger color to be white in both cases, and white here. Then the background should be this deep, and when you hover on it, it should be this. So with that, if I click on publish, you can see. So now that we have that, another thing that I want to do is to see that, okay, now you can see the way it's looking here. So you can see that the home page, being that is active, is not showing. So I'm going to come to this and click on this icon here, which is the menu for this, and I'm going to come to design. So this active, I want to change it to white, so you can see that that is white. Now I think I should change, if I change the background to white, I want to change the background to white. So then the color for the what's it called, the color for the menu to be this blue. When you hover on it, it should be light blue, and when it's active, it should be black. So now we have these three colors here. So then I want to put a divider among them. Let me just use this color. So we have a divider under them. Let me just have it in dots. Let's say in dots like this. It looks okay to me. So I'm clicking on publish first. Now it's important that as you are working, you are publishing, because if you do not publish, you are not going to see the effect of what you are doing. So now that seems okay. Then the font, I want it to be Patrick as well, just like what we have before, Patrick. So putting that, it's okay. Then after that, I want what else do I want? Now I want this whole background also to be white, so that it will match with the background I have here. Because so I need to come back to trigger. Now remember, we are not on that trigger currently. I need to come back to trigger. So coming back to trigger, I'll come to design. Then let's look at the trigger color. Let me change the trigger color to, that's this X. Now let me check, let me confirm. Yes, the closing trigger, that should be 1 minute. Okay, drawer container option. Let's come to drawer container option. Then I'll come to design. So the pop-up background, I want it to be white. So no, it's not this I'm using. I think it's this white I am using. Yes. So now that it's white, the close toggle color, I want it to be this, and I want the, when I hover on it, to be this. So now if you want to change the background, I think that's okay with me. So I've published. Let me refresh my page and let's see how it looks like. Everything looks well here. So the next thing I want to do, remember that, let me open our website again, visit site. Let me open it. Now looking at this, remember we have the button here. So how do we put a button that will be under this menu? So you need to come to this side, which is this off canvas. That's this off canvas. You click on the plus item and you click on button. So putting that, if you open your menu again, you can see that we already have a button here. So I'm going to uh, login slash register. Then the URL, I hope I've not pasted an okay, still that same URL. Then I want to what's it called, design it. Let the, I think the text color and that is okay for me. So I want to put a border. Let me put the dot border. So, and I want the radius, want it to be round as well. So with that, I think that's okay. Then I click on publish. So clicking on publish, I think we are set with what we need to do on that. So I think then one more thing I want to do is that I want to add, so I'm going to go back to this desktop, and that I want to add what we call the scroll to top button, which is this button you are seeing right here, so that anytime you click on it, anyone can easily go back up directly. So I'm going to come to general, so scroll to top, and I want to enable scroll to top. So let me just use this one. So I want to enable it on phone as well. So click on phone, and let's look at the design. So because as it is now, we don't have this page is not too long, so it's not show until you are starting to design your page. So I want the color to be white. That's the color I want for this. So the background, the border color, I want it to be this. Then when we hover on it, to be this. So the border, let's just put this. Then I'm going to put it in 1 centimeter. Then the border radius, I'm going to increase to 120 so that it will be round in nature. So I'm going to click on publish, and from there we should have that. By the time we start designing the page, you will see it right there. Then the last thing I want to do here is I want to come to the footer of this website, because you can see the footer is already saying website. If you look closely, it's saying WordPress theme by Cadence. So I want to remove that. So myself, I usually use that to talk about my brand. So if I what's it called, so the copyright is from here, I mean team credits rather. So majorly most times I just have it, I delete this, and I just put on the website design by Tutors World. So now you can see. So next thing I do is that I make this a link, so that anybody that clicks on it, they will go directly to my website, tutorsworld.com.ng. So it's not necessary. You could, I want it to be open. It's not necessary that you do the same. So you could just delete and ensure that you publish. If you don't have, or you can just say website designed by you, or you understand, so that you don't necessarily need to be writing and all that. So I wish I can change the fonts, so to Patrick. So I'm going to have it as Patrick. Uh, and so with that, I think I am done with the header of this website. So if I come and I refresh this website, then you should have something like this, which is looking a bit, looking more professional than the way we started. So having done with the header design and the footer and all that, I think the next thing we want to look at is diving into the subject of the VTU press and how it works. So we are going to be looking at that in our next class. So I don't want this class to be too long. That's why I'm breaking them uh, bit by bit for you. So in our next class, we're going to look at how VTU press works and how you can connect it and to make everything to start working. Then after that, we'll look into the page designs. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next class. Once again, my name is Femi Adebayo.